Before going on our round of sightseeing, we visit one of the shops where shawls are made. Only few very simple shawls are made in Spain. The world-famous Manila or Spanish shawls, though designed here, are really made in China. This is one of the expensive patterns that includes the design of a Christian cross. We can only imagine the amount of work that must have gone into the completion of this elaborate detail. One of the señoritas shows us how to fold the shawl and wear it. Some of the shawls from this collection are valued at several $1,000s apiece. Weight, as well as workmanship, is a feature of a fine shawl. The Spaniards generally prefer color, but for foreigners, they are often black and white. This is a very fine silver and black one. On a hill above Granada are the lovely gardens of the Generalife, which was the summer palace of the Moorish rulers. It is a villa of waters, where even the balustrades of the stairway carry running streamlets. The fountains are not large, they are just trickling streams of water that play all about us. The Moors call this the garden where the flowers of earth mingle with the stars of heaven. Nearby, on another hill, stands the Palace of the Alhambra, perhaps the most famous edifice in all Spain. It was from here, in 1492, that Ferdinand and Isabella drove Boabdil, the last of the Moorish rulers. From the city below, we see the palace against the snow-capped Sierra Nevadas. We climb the hill to the Plaza de los Alcibes, where stands the Toro del Vino. Behind the tower is the palace of Charles V. This large building, begun in 1526, but left unfinished and unroofed, juts right up against the Moorish palace. Through an unpretentious little gate, we enter the Alhambra, but before visiting any of the rooms, we climb to the top of the Tower of Comares and look down upon the roofs and the patios of the palace. We descend to the Hall of the Ambassadors, and through the arched windows glimpse vistas of the walls and of the city below. We recall the words of Charles V when he said, "Ill-fated the man who lost all this." In the Hall of Justice, Ferdinand and Isabella placed their chapel, and it was here that the first Mass was said after the conquest. Into the wall decorations are worked Arabic inscriptions extolling Allah and the reigning family. We look up at one of the many elaborate plaster ceilings that still remain. Through the portal of the Hall of the Ambassadors, we glimpse the lovely Court of the Myrtles. Adjoining this court is the Court of the Lions, which owes its name to the famous fountain borne by these 12 unlifelike lions. This fairyland court, with its 128 pillars of white marble and its trickling fountain, is just the place in which to linger and read once more the Arabian Nights. But we must hurry on and direct our steps again toward Africa and the Muslims of today.